Hi, this is Tina Lorenz. I'm your freelance copywriting mentor, mindset shifter, and transformational business coach. And today I want to talk to you about some of the questions, at least one of the questions that I got on my free workshop that I did just a couple days ago. 2 hours of solid content, absolutely amazing responses from the people that were on it, and some really great questions at the end. I stayed on live and I answered questions for about half an hour. And so one of the questions I got was, is it harder to work with small businesses because they don't know what online marketing is, or because they don't know what a funnel is? Because what I'm teaching is how you write the copy for a funnel and how you attract those high-ticket clients, even if nobody's ever heard of you before, and bring about both transformation and transcendence for yourself and those you serve. And that's what the whole 2 hours was about. So this question came in about, well, what about small businesses? Now, here's the thing. A brick and mortar business is probably not even going to know about how a funnel works, how that could work for their marketing, because the really exciting thing about funnels is that it can work for any market, just about anything you can possibly think of, from books to sawmills to supplements to coaching programs to and just about anything, knitting lessons. There's so many different things that you can use a funnel for. And so when you have a client that is already interested in going online, now a small business, it might even be in your local community, that maybe it's going to be someone you already know that you could just have that conversation with. Because what I teach isn't about a big chase, this kind of grasping thing, but it's about having natural and aligned conversations that allows you to get in the groove with the person that you're talking to, and that they're already interested in what you can do for them. Now remember, when you write copy for a funnel, first of all, you're not doing the tech. You're not building that funnel for them. But you might be bringing them into the whole new world, the 21st century, of how they could be marketing. Even for restaurants, there's lots of different ways that this could be working, especially right now when there's curbside service and deliveries and things like that, that people need to be able to understand how the business is working and bring people into the fold without necessarily them being inside a physical building with them, right? But there's a couple other tips about this, and that's when you're writing with a client, when you're working with a client, I recommend you always work with a decision maker, whether it's a smaller business or a huge business. Don't work with what I call the long shiny table, the boardroom, where there's 7 or 12 people going, I think we should change that word, and I don't really like that, and what about this, or the marketing team, this type of thing. That it may be that those people are involved at some level with what you're doing for your client, but you need to work with a decision maker. This is also part of what I call a perimeter of power around your business. You should set your own tone, your own rules, basically, about how you're going to run your business. And one of them can be, I only deal with a decision maker, not a committee. It's what I call copywriting by committee. Don't do that, where there's so many people involved. I had kind of a hilarious thing happen years ago when I was first getting going with freelance copywriting, and I wrote this absolutely amazing sequence for a plastic surgeon. And it was really good, and I knew that it was. And this particular client came back and said, my mom thinks that you should change, and then went on to tell me what his mom thought I should change in the copy. His mother had nothing to do with the business, very nice woman, I'm sure, but he decided that his mom should help determine what would happen with his copy. Well, this is where you have to draw those lines and say, I can appreciate that your mom's interested in your business. Yay, that's awesome. But this is not how I write copy. This is not how I deal with my clients. And so this is going to be between what you and I agree to. And this is why I believe it should stay exactly how I wrote it, right? And so, but that was an unusual one. And sometimes funny things like that can happen. I've often kind of chuckled about that one, because it was like, hey, my mom thinks, this kind of deal. So don't write copy by committee. Don't get caught up in having so many opinions that it just completely clutters everything. Because if the client takes your copy and changes it later, that's their responsibility. Then the onus is on them. But right from the beginning, it should be that you know where you're going with the strategy for that client. So back to, how does that fit into, is it harder? Well, you're not going to work with clients that are completely not aligned with wanting to be online, or thinking this could be the thing that changes my business. There's you're going to have that initial consultation where you're going to get the kind of the lay of the land and learn more about that client, and you may bring their awareness up on that on that consultation. And I show you how to do that inside my programs, but you're going to raise their awareness and give them an example of how this could work for them. And then if they're like, I'm excited, I want to do this, and there's other things that you're going to find out about how they're going to implement these types of things, then it's all systems go. It's not harder because sometimes it's really like you're the salvation of that business. I had one particular client with a huge multi-million-dollar business with a physical product, and it was a very competitive market. And they came to me for a marketing intensive, and I teach about those too. They're paid marketing intensives that can be a first step. And they were implementers. And this is the other thing. The more important aspect is, will they implement what you're recommending? Do they have a pathway to do that? Do they either have a tech person that's going to help them? Do they have a team? Are they willing to outsource that part? Are they willing to make that happen? Because it's more important than what size the business is could be, are they going to implement what you do? Because, if you do all the work and they've paid your fees, and then the copy just sits in the corner of a closet, so to speak, that digital dust gathering on it, then it's not going to do anybody any good, right? And that's what you want, is to serve your clients. You want to serve them at the highest level. You want them to succeed. And so these are the types of things you're going to learn about them before you choose whether or not you're going to work with them. So, but great news, because I have so many students who have just mentioned, I'm a freelance copywriter, this is what I'm doing. Not I'm going to be, not when I grow up I want to be, but I am, claiming that right from the beginning. And you would be amazed how many times the person they're speaking with goes, oh my gosh, I need one of those. Or my friend does, or my cousin who has a restaurant does, or my uncle who has a landscaping business needs one of those. So there's so many ways, so many facets. But the main core of what I taught on the free workshop was exactly how you do this, how you attract the higher ticket clients. Now, this is the other thing. It isn't so much, is it a small business or a bigger business? It's a business that's ready and able to invest in you with your marketing, right? And so that's part of the scenario. There's many facets to how you also get to choose who you work with, right? Who's the right fit for you, and are you the right fit for them? It's a two-way street. And you're not auditioning for a job, you're not out chasing, you're attracting, you're confident, you're building that perimeter of power in your business. You know what you can do to help that client, you know how to assess that, you know how to strategize that, and you know how to write the copy. So that's how you start getting those higher ticket fees, and how you start having clients that are waiting for your services and are willing to pay in advance even to be waiting in line, right? That once you've booked that project, that's what books your time. The payment of fee is what books your time. If that sounds like, hey, that sounds really good, and believe me, it is, then you need to watch my workshop, okay? So I did it live just a couple days ago, but right now, just for a few more days, it's still available as a replay. Not going to be forever, but for the moment, it's still available as a replay. It was kind of funny because I had people saying, I'm going to be doing this instead of Netflix tonight, because it is 2 hours long, but you can start and stop if you need to. So, and actually, once you start watching, I think the time flew by, absolutely flew by while I was doing the workshop. And I was amazed also how many people stuck all the way to the end, because it was so solidly packed with content, things that you can use right now if you're just starting your freelance copywriting business, if you already are a freelance copywriter, or if you have a business and you're interested in trying to understand how you would write the copy for a funnel and why a funnel would serve you, then you might want to watch my free workshop. I'm going to put the link here after I finish. I'm going to put the link of how you can get to that replay. I hope you'll take advantage of it. And right now, also, if you have any questions, you can go to my Facebook profile. Facebook profile, okay, not my business page, but my Facebook profile, where you say, this is what I had for breakfast, and this is my cat, your Facebook profile. And DM me. I'll be happy to answer questions for you. So if that's you, I'm here, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you via Facebook profile DM. And I'm going to put the link in here and in the description right above the video, right? I'm going to put the description there about how you can get to apply to be on that replay of my workshop. I hope you have a great day. Beautiful morning here in Tucson. Just love it. I'm feeling lots of gratitude in my heart this morning after this amazing time I've spent with so many this week. And I hope you're going to be one of them via the replay. Until next time, this is Tina Lorenz. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.